Can exercise replace diet in preventing cancer? It's a tempting idea, especially in cultures that romanticize athleticism or use physical activity as a license to eat poorly. But the science paints a far more sobering picture. Exercise and diet are not interchangeable.
They are synergistic.
While each plays a powerful role in regulating inflammation, hormone balance, immune function, and insulin sensitivity, all of which influence cancer risk, neither can fully compensate for the absence of the other. And the fantasy that you can outtrain a poor diet is not just misleading. In the context of cancer prevention, it's dangerous. To start, physical activity is undeniably protective. Exercise lowers levels of circulating insulin and insulin-like growth factors, both of which are implicated in tumor development. It reduces chronic inflammation, enhances immune surveillance, and regulates sex hormones such as estrogen and testosterone. These changes translate into measurable reductions in risk for several types of cancer, especially colorectal, breast, postmenopausal, and endometrial. But here's the catch. These benefits are maximized only when combined with a healthy diet. Inflammation, for example, can be stoked not just by physical inactivity, but by a diet high in refined sugars, processed meats, seed oils, and ultra-processed foods. Without addressing both inputs, you're only solving half the equation. The same holds true for insulin resistance, a key driver of metabolic dysfunction and a known promoter of cancer cell growth. While exercise increases insulin sensitivity in muscle cells, the constant influx of high glycemic foods and excess calories can override those gains. In short, a daily jog won't undo the damage of a chronically spiked glucose and insulin environment. This is particularly relevant in aging populations and those with prediabetes or obesity, where even modest metabolic imbalances can tilt the body toward chronic disease, including cancer. Diet, too, exerts profound effects on cancer risk independent of exercise. Certain dietary patterns, such as the Mediterranean diet, rich in fiber, polyphenol, omega-3 fats, and antioxidants, are linked to reduced cancer incidence, partly by supporting DNA repair, gut microbiota diversity, and epigenetic stability. Conversely, diets high in red and processed meats, sugary beverages, and trans fats increase the risk of several cancers, regardless of how physically active the individual is. A person who hits the gym daily but consumes a pro-inflammatory, nutrient-poor diet is still operating in a biochemical environment that favors carcinogenesis. What about body weight, often treated as the common denominator? While both exercise and diet influence body composition, cancer prevention isn't just about the scale. Lean individuals can still be metabolically unhealthy due to poor diet quality, just as overweight individuals who are active and eat well may have favorable biomarkers. But it's crucial to recognize that excess adiposity, particularly visceral fat, is hormonally active tissue. It secretes estrogen, inflammatory cytokines, and insulin-like growth factors, creating an environment where cancer cells are more likely to proliferate and evade immune detection. Exercise can reduce fat mass, but without dietary change, weight loss is minimal for most people. Again, synergy matters. Perhaps the most misleading narrative is the idea that exercise gives you dietary immunity, that you can indulge endlessly as long as you burn it off. This logic not only ignores the biological impact of food on cellular processes, but it also breeds complacency. People who believe their morning run neutralizes their fast food dinner may unknowingly be exposing themselves to long-term risk. Worse still, this belief is reinforced by food marketing that targets athletes with ultra-processed sports drinks, energy bars, and high-sugar performance products that undercut the very benefits exercise is supposed to deliver. So no, exercise cannot replace diet in cancer prevention. Nor can diet replace exercise. Studies consistently show that the lowest cancer risk is observed in people who combine both regular physical activity and a diet rooted in unprocessed, nutrient-dense foods. Together, they reinforce metabolic resilience, support immune integrity, and maintain hormonal balance in ways that neither can achieve alone. They also create redundancy, a safety net, so that if one area slips, the other offers some protection. That's not redundancy in the sense of duplication. It's biological backup. It's also worth noting that both exercise and diet interact with other key factors like sleep, stress, alcohol intake, and environmental exposures. Cancer prevention is never about a single silver bullet. It's about cumulative patterns, repeated every day, over years. That's why fad diets, workout binges, and short-term hacks offer so little real protection. They may change how you look, but they rarely change your long-term cancer risk unless sustained as part of a consistent, balanced lifestyle. In the end, relying on exercise to cancel out a bad diet, or vice versa, is a false bargain. It oversimplifies the complexity of cancer biology and fosters a dangerous illusion of control. The hard truth is that meaningful prevention requires more than movement or meal plans in isolation. It demands both and more. If you want the best odds of keeping cancer at bay, the answer isn't to choose between diet or exercise. It's to stop asking which one matters more and start doing both, consistently, intelligently, and for life.